danger, like if we trap a boar that you can't go in there and get live, then we're talking with Earl, and we still need to talk a little bit more with the mayor about assigning or having an officer dispatched to dispatch them. Now, one way or another, these hogs are going to be eliminated. It's illegal to release them anywhere else. So once you do trap them, you have to eliminate them somehow or another. Either they're going to be done at the sale barn, or they're going to be done in a pen, or they're going to be done off property. So we don't have a lot of choices. Any questions about that? And lastly, does anybody want to ride on our float for the Mardi Gras? Okay, I've got backup, but I just wanted to make sure that all city officials were notified that we did have a seat for you if you wanted to. And then I'll see you later on the ADA compliant dock.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
I was just handed a note that Doug Britling's expiration date on is that the...
It's on the website. The correct term is on the website,
Okay.
11/30/10.
Okay, it expires 11/30/10, so I just wanted to clarify that one. Okay. Any questions on that? All right.
It's already expired?
Yes, sir. It has been expired.
Yeah.
But it states that it is expired on the website.
We also have an application from Miss Melissa Green for HDC position number 7. I'd like to submit this for the council's approval. Everybody can pass it around. You should have copies of it in your box. So she is nominated for that position. You should also have a copy of Chief Hyatt's report from it as requested. Unless there's any questions on it, I'm not going to read it out unless the council would like to do that. It's just a basic breakdown of January and February. Any comments? Okay.
I'd like to thank the chief.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass that along. All right. Yes. And Miss Joanne is here to give us her report on the CAPC, and she's wearing Mardi Gras beads.
This is what the middle-aged hookers are wearing to the Hookers and Jokers Ball this year. I brought notes so I can be more concise and collected this time. Just a quick update for you. The CAPC has agreed to form an auditorium committee to be directed and funded by the CAPC with the goal of determining the best courses of future action for the auditorium. The committee will be comprised of 10 members. Interested individuals should contact me for consideration by the commission. And the committee will be dissolved December 31st, 2011, at which time the city of Eureka Springs will be given the keys and the recommendations for the auditorium. So I just thought we would, step in, and that was at the request of Miss Alexander and Mr. Berry, and everyone on the CAPC is agreeable to that. So the commission did make a decision last week for our new web design company. It's a company called Rockfish. They're based in Rogers. We all agreed that more local vendors serve better and understand the needs of Eureka Springs better than those far away. And in the same line, I needed to let you all know that I've had to postpone our review for a graphics design firm. I'm just overwhelmed right now, and I've postponed that for 6 months only. And there'll be another RFP put out, and we'll look at getting someone locally to do graphics and design if we can. And the last note that I'd like to make is I want to address a letter that appeared in the Citizen today from Errol Severe. Mr. Severe's letter is not quite accurate. When he contacted me after Jim Williams departed from the CAPC, The answer I gave him was the same one that was given to him whenever he first did his presentation. He and his wife did their presentation. It was explained that the CAPC is not an organization that provides venture capital to start up businesses. The function of the CAPC is to promote Eureka Springs, its businesses and attractions, in the same way that we don't fund shows at the Hoedown, Pine Mountain, the Passion Play, or Turpentine Creek. We're just not able to fund their production of their show. If any production, any show comes to the auditorium, the CAPC is very accommodating, but we just can't use tax monies to gamble on starting up private businesses. That's just not what it's done for. A private business needs investors, banks, or true venture capital firms. So I would just say to Mr. Severe one more time that if you bring a production to the CAPC, we would be happy to host it in the auditorium. We would be happy to promote it to the best of our ability, but we cannot fund the production of any private enterprise. So, any questions or concerns from y'all?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I believe that is everyone on Commission Committee Authority reports and vacancies. Oh. Next we have public comments. At the top of the list is Bill Pugh. There you are. Would you step over here, Mike? Let me get out of your way.
I'll just talk loud.
Oh, that's fine, sir. Go right ahead.
If you can't hear me, let me know. I usually got too big a mouth half the time. Anyway, Mr. Mayor and members of the council, thank you for giving me a few moments to address you. And the purpose of me being here and what I want to talk about are yellow bags, the mandatory use of yellow bags. In the interest of brevity and for the fact that there's only 3 minutes allowed, I'm going to eliminate the facts and figures, and I have a handout here so that you all can see exactly what I'm talking about on the cost.
Here's an extra.
If you can, sir, please walk around to the microphone. I'm not really getting it for TV land there.
Step up here to the front. Would you state your name again, sir, through the microphone?
Hello, yes. Can you hear me there? Am I with you?
Okay.
Okay. To bypass the top figures on the row and get down to the comparison price, and all of these prices come out of a Hart's store. And I'm using the cheapest option that they have, which is the twist tie best choice. The 30-gallon pack in the best choice is 66 cents cheaper per bag than a comparable 33 or 30-gallon yellow bag at 66 cents a piece. The Glad bag, which is a step up and it's a triple ply, the 30-gallon is 45.1 cents per bag cheaper than the comparable yellow bag, same size. For the towns around us, what they have done, Bentonville has no special color required. Rogers has no special color required. Fayetteville has no special color required. They basically use trash cans to help the garbage man. Fayetteville, or Springdale rather, if you're under the age of 65, there's no special color. But if you're over 65 or 65 and over, and you wish to sign up, you can use the yellow bag, but there'll be no charge for trash pickup. Speaking for myself, though, although echoing many, flatly stating as a senior citizen on a fixed income, I cannot afford the luxury of the yellow bags. For myself, black is beautiful, and all the bags down at Hart's are basically black. And they do the same job and save me money in a period when our state and our country are going through a period of financial trying times. I think Eureka Springs should follow the lead of the other cities in northwest Arkansas who have already done away with this costly bag program. I'm not new to Eureka Springs. I moved in the area in 1989, lived in Hills Peak until 3 years ago, and that's when I first encountered yellow bags. And it's kind of it's a disappointment to have to use a yellow bag. I'm sorry to say. I just don't see any reason for it. I've lived all over the United States from border to border and everywhere. With civil service and the Navy, I've lived in every state almost between Texas and Montana west. And I retired out of Washington, D.C. and traveled all the Southeast working for the government when I moved into Eureka Springs. I drove trolley here 8 years, so I know your town. And there's nothing in the world that tells me why we have to have yellow bags, and I ask that you seriously consider doing away with that requirement.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, next is Nellie Clark.
Thank you for coming to speak to us.
Thanks, Bill. Nellie Clark is next on the list, number 2 on the list for public comment. There she is. Come in. Come in. We'll pull it down for you there.
Okay. Am I ready?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello. My name is Nellie Clark, and I've lived here since April 74. On February the 2nd, I had trouble with my sewer line. I called the city up to clean out the sewer line underneath the street. And because I've been having lots of trouble with that sewer line in the future, the city came out and blew a bunch of pressure into the sewer line, blew a bunch of raw sewage into my home. I am very angry because now nobody is wanting to take responsibility of the damage. One person is telling me one thing, the other person is telling me something else. 10 years ago, the city dug up my street, gave me a new sewer line, laid a sewer line that hardly doesn't have a pitch in it because they could not do a better job. It's kind of straight, so it doesn't have enough flow. And so they gave me a clean out and told me whenever I had trouble, they would be coming to clean it out. Unfortunately, I think they don't know how much pressure they're blowing into the pipes because my whole house was flooded full of sewage. It ruined the upstairs, the downstairs, and I am just very angry. And when I saw a paper coming out yesterday with an article, that is the first time I've learned that I was supposed to install a backflow preventer valve, which I've never even heard of to yesterday, whatever that is. I am just very angry, and I want somebody to take action and tell me what we can do to kind of solve my problem. Either give me a better sewer line, which is running steep down a hill, hooks me into Main Street, or do something so I have a better flow in my sewage. Well, I guess I'm very angry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
For listening. What do I do now?
Just go right back out that door right there. Next on the list is Mr. Errol Severe.
Keep it moving faster.
First ready. Back up.
Good evening. Get this thing right. First, I'm Errol Severe. This thing is still too low. And it's okay? All right. And we have